Let
Let's do
me
it.
go to our YouTube channel and post the link if you can.
I'll grab it. Yep.
And I'm going to go ahead and get this
They're
settings.
underway. Tosh is driving. Oh no, that was the first play.
All right, I'll go
Did
ahead
you
and let.
did you start it?
Yeah, we're streaming right now. What is going on, everybody? We got XCFL Primetime action. It is our season 28 playoffs. It's your boy Regan, the producer, and Nick. We have here in the booth with me. Nick, how are you doing today, buddy?
What's going on, my man? How we doing?
Doing real good. Glad to be calling this game. I love XCFL playoff time, man. That's exactly the best time of year for the XCFL. That and draft time. What are you looking forward
Yeah.
to see most in this game?
I mean, it's going to be Jared Phillips, and if he can produce against this Cleveland Browns defense. Myles Garrett's been a problem for everybody all year long, and Phillips has actually done pretty well. He can run the football. He's got a good mix. We saw him kind of bust off that crazy run in the wild card round. I'm looking forward to see what the young quarterback can do here.
That'll be awesome to see for sure. I think he's got a lot of mobility, which is really important in the playoffs because there's so much more pressure. There's so much more really good defensive plays that come out. So to be able to have that escapability is so key, especially against a guy like Myles Garrett, who's going to be in his face all night.
Yeah, 37 and a half sacks for Myles Garrett, 12 tackles for loss. The guy is a monster. It's difficult when you pair him with the two cornerbacks in Cleveland too. It's just not easy for opposing quarterbacks to figure this team out.
It is, and if we noticed in the last round, Brackett did not face an elite pass rusher. Jared really doesn't have anybody that can totally pressure to rush the passer. So it's going to be interesting to see how he holds up against this Cleveland defense, which is markedly improved against a guy like Jared. Jared's more of an offensive guy. No, I mean he self-admittedly, and Tosh definitely prides himself on his lockdown defense.
Yeah, I want to see Tosh and the Browns be a little more aggressive than they normally are. I want to see Baker take some shots downfield tonight. I think he could run away with this one if he gets a little bit more aggressive with Odell.
Odell is one of his best and favorite targets, and Jarvis Landry. He uses Jarvis Landry very effectively, especially on the crossers. He's got that juke, the super juke, just like OBJ has, I believe, too. I think both of his receivers have it. So I mean, it's
Yep.
when they get in the open field, it's deadly. Andy's of course he has Kareem Hunt, who went up to X Factor this year as well. He's got the first one free, I think, armbar, and he's got a pretty ridiculous
A
hurdle animation
hurdle,
too.
yeah.
That one will surprise you. It's like it's kind of he uses it on the goal line. Like if he's running, he's got somebody trying to chase you down from the side. He uses that super hurdle, and oh, here's a huge play right away. And it looks like OBJ is taking this one to the house.
Yep,
One play
got caught in man
touchdown,
coverage with a little blitz coming, and that's history with Odell Beckham Jr.
and that
That's a good start for. That's kind of what I wanted. I wanted some aggressiveness for the Browns, and we got it. So
yeah, you called it. Definitely called the shot. We've got a 7-0 ball game here with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Now, if you're on the Chargers sideline, I'm sure you're a little nervous after seeing that one play touchdown. You got to stay focused. What
you
are
got to
some
play
of
your
your
game. You have to
yeah?
play your football game, which Brackett has said. Admittedly, he's admitted that sometimes he gets caught and trying to go run and gun, which isn't his style of play. He has Isabella, he's got Keenan Allen, but work the underneath routes, run the football, do what you do. Don't let 7-0 intimidate you. You have 5 minutes to go in the first quarter here.
I blame his
What's up in
single
the
digit
chat? We got
jersey numbers.
Pride, tough loss, man. That was a really good game between you guys. We got Sean Smith. What's going on, buddy?
And on
Here we
first
go, though.
down,
Yeah, back in the I
it
formation, we're going
is
to see
ooh
Is that just Justin
Justin
Jackson or is that
Jackson.
Kobe? Yeah,
No,
Justin
that's Justin
Jackson.
Jackson. He's got the super juke. Kobe's more like the receiving back. He plays that
Yeah.
third down back role for this Chargers team. That's a huge run. He almost broke that. If he had had like just a slight bit more time, a little bit more space, he probably would have taken that one to the house.
Yeah, Jackson, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and Kobe Connor right behind him with 500 yards, 5 touchdowns on the ground.
I think his second back had more yards than my number one back did.
Yeah, because Connor also added another. He had 500 rushing, 500 receiving, and a total of 8 touchdowns. So that's a really versatile back in Kobe Connor.
It
But
is.
Justin Jackson's the workhorse. There's no doubt about it.
And the fun part about Kobe Connor too is the smaller back this in this Madden seems to be pretty effective because he runs between the tackles well, doesn't get those arm animations, the arm tackles. I mean, a small back is definitely not as useless as he has in previous is not as useless this year as it has been in previous Maddens.
No, but Brackett's getting his game going here. Two good runs. Now he's going to work the underneath route here to Isabella.
You have to against this Tosh defense with the man coverage and then aggressive blitzing. He's going to run a lot of man, kind of ISO, basically almost like playing ISO ball in basketball. You know, you want to go ahead and put your playmakers on their best
I will
defenders.
just I will just say I'm happy Brackett didn't use some stupid uniform combination because he ruins these jerseys all the time.
I won't
And I
lie, yeah,
couldn't
I'm
deal
with you
with
there.
the Browns' nasty, ugly uniforms and a screwed up Charger uniform. So
Yeah, these are pretty
I
crispy.
also hate the Browns' end zones more than anything.
I do too. It's just like,
God, so boring.
I mean, I hate everything about the Browns, if we're being honest. So, you know, if you were going to say I hate the Browns, I'd be like, yeah, yeah, I get that, you know, but
It's Luke Kuechly. Luke
oh,
Kuechly's been all over the field early on in this first quarter.
speaking of hate that guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he's a monster. Ever since he traded for him, Luke Kuechly, surprisingly, very unlike real life in this regard. He's been bounced around in the XCFL. He's kind of gone from he went from the Panthers to the Cardinals, and then the Cardinals
Cardinals.
traded
Yeah.
him to the Browns.
I
So
was happy to see him go,
yeah,
especially when they traded for Nick Chubb because running backs get hurt a lot. So that's kind of been
bro, the
a bonus.
NFC is like sending so many good defensive players to the AFC. Like you have
Good. Bobby Wagner,
yeah,
see ya.
B-Wags in New England, and
We
the
just need
Browns
Boone to
with
trade Aaron Donald, and I'll be living the dream.
for real. Aaron Donald's a freak, man. You know, if you can get a good one insanely good defensive player can totally change your defense this year in Madden, which that's to me that's like the one thing is it is cool to see one good defensive player actually make an impact. But the problem is those players have to be at specific positions and they have to have superstar abilities. So, you know, it's a give and take type of thing. You're on
First
first
and
and
10,
10.
read
Yeah, there's a read
option.
option. Love it. Look at that.
What'd you say?
I said no. I was with you. That's a read option.
Oh,
Love to see it.
yep.
You know, it'll keep you honest because
He
that's
looked like he
something.
had a little bit of room there, but
It'll
that's why I'd
open.
like to see that truck stick, though.
It'll definitely open up a lot of running lanes for your running backs because it'll always pull that guy. Because Tosh is real good about that with me. He always contains Lamar. So as soon as you force him to contain, all of a sudden, and you got a little bit of. There's a. Oh no! Is that a catch? That was almost caught by Andy Isabella off the tip. Looked like a little hook and ladder type of play. But that didn't work out, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 8 on the 29-yard line.
Isabella was a nice addition to this offense. Over 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns.
What
Really
did he
gave him
give up?
a
What?
different, a different ability they didn't have before.
Yeah, Brent sent him away, which was really surprising because I know he was big on Isabella. Do you know what he got in return? I can't even remember.
He got Brackett's pick.
Oh, we got a
Um,
linebacker. Wasn't it a middle linebacker?
he got he got the receiver Askew back too, superstar
Oh,
young guy, but
gotcha.
it's not Isabella. I'll tell you that much.
Isabella has the double me ability, which is pretty awesome.
I
And
just don't get why he would get double me. I just don't get it.
yeah, I don't get that either. I mean, especially with the smaller. I wish they would put like almost a height cap on it. You know, like guys like Andy Isabella that are
Okay.
5'8", you know, and then you got Scotty Miller who are 5'9", that are all going and getting this ability. It's a little crazy, you know. And then you got I don't know how tall isn't your boy? I mean, getting mossed like your
Oh,
five
both
nine
my guys
receiver
should
getting
not have
mossed.
Moss. No.
Like that's it's just crazy, you know.
Goodwin's 5'9" and Beverly's 5'9".
Yeah, I mean the reason Randy Moss mossed people was because of his frame. He was 6'4" and had 95 speed. He was a freak. It should be like a very rare type of thing, or based on
We got a
attributes more.
nice drive here though. Second 11, another read out or triple option, and they go nowhere.
Dang it, Nick!
Am
I
I
was
ahead
trying
of
to
you?
talk.
Am I
Nick,
ahead of you?
no, you're actually right on. But I'm
Oh,
kind of upset, man. I'm trying to sit here and talk about totally random things, completely unrelated to this game. I don't like you interrupting me by talking about the actual game here, man. It's killing me. That was a huge defensive play though by that Browns secondary,
Yep.
forced them to a field goal, and it looks like they're going to take it. Not much you can do in a 4th and 14 situation other than use your coach's decision, which is pretty.
Yeah, you don't want to use it there.
No, not against the Browns defense. Take your 3 and
You
move
get
on.
you get your points though. 7-3. Keep it close. Myles Garrett, really, I don't think he's been a factor yet.
I haven't seen much from him.
An
No.
X factor, some would say.
Part of it too is he has been forced to use contain. So when you use contain, you're not going to see as much of the aggressive rush of the defensive linemen. So that kind of does change the strategy a little bit. But we're going to see the defense of the Chargers come out, and they're not too good. They've had one play, and it was a touchdown. So we're hoping that the Chargers can go ahead and make a little stand here and force them to do something. We got OBJ on a little jet sweep going left, and he gets dropped for a loss of -3 by Uchenna Nwaso. I'm done. I tried. I gave it
That's
the
a big
old college
play though.
try.
That guy's really developed. After trading Bosa away, he's really developed this Nuaso guy. So it didn't make the trade look as bad.
It didn't make. That's about the best you can hope for if a trade is bad. It's like just to make it look less bad. Man, that was almost an interception.
JJ Watt, he's got a nice little setup here, but oh man, that's devastating though. Those are the plays you need, especially against a better, a better user with a little bit better of a team like Tosh.
And that'll bring up a 4th and 13.
That's a big stop there by the Chargers. You get held to your field goal, but now you're gonna turn around, get the ball back, hopefully build off the momentum the defense just got you.
Hopefully.
Oh, you might have tough.
Here, I'll be right back. I gotta do something.
Alrighty. Probably going to get his Bojangles that he was so upset about. Little Friday night football XCFL action for everybody. We've already punched 2 tickets to the division, the conference championships. We got the Patriots beating the Tennessee Titans, and then we had the Panthers and the Packers have a little shootout, and the Panthers moved on, avenging their loss, I think 2 seasons ago to the Packers. It's going to be an interesting matchup. We got Van and the Cowboys and taking on Jack and the Skins later on tonight, where the winner will go on and play Brian and the Panthers, and then the winner of this one's going to go on and play VBD. And I think we're going to see some interesting matchups regardless. It's going to be definitely different than last year's playoffs, where last year we had a lot of first-time guys. Now we got some of the vets back and past winners, so we'll see what happens.
And they're coming with a vengeance, too. I'm back. I had a little bit of heartburn. Needed to get some water.
Oh, boy. Oh,
yeah.
Alex
Seeing so much defense.
He says #team bracket. This would be big for bracket, man. If he was able to, you take down Jared, who's been playing red hot leading up into the playoffs. Then you go take down the Browns. Then you got to go through the gauntlet again and go play Saquon and the Patriots. But let's take care of business here first and try to take down the Browns.
Oh yeah, bracket would be I'm trying to think how many first time.
Him, Van, VBD.
Okay.
Have all never won.
And he did win his first playoff game this last game, so good for him. Glad that he was able to.
It's not easy. It's a different mentality once you get in the playoffs.
It is, man. It's a totally different game, whole ball game.
Ooh, stepped right up into that one. But props to him for stepping up in the pocket, though. He just got to work it a little bit to the right or the left there, not just right at the defender. But
That's the toughest thing, man. It's like when you see the defender coming at you, you're like, I could go left or right, but I think I'm just gonna go right at him. It's a bold move.
But you did not build any momentum off your defensive stop. So now the ball goes back to Cleveland 7-3. We'll see what they can come up with.
Baker Mayfield dropping back to pass. Has a man deep. And I think that was caught by OBJ. What a big catch over the middle between the two safeties.
He's a pretty good player.
Yeah. I think Tosh listened to you. He definitely agreed with you, and he's been targeting him a lot more heavily this game.
Mine as well. You kept him under 32 all year, so you might as well let him eat in the playoffs.
And eating he is. I think he's up to, is that over 100 yards for him now in this game?
Yeah, he was, yes, well over.
He's got the touchdown that he broke pretty big on that play. On that first play of the game. And then
did Chargers get the ball first to start the game?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I think so. And then Tosh got a stop, and I think.
And here goes Kareem Hunt. He hasn't ran the ball as much as usual. He's got 4 carries for 18 yards.
He's softening up that defense, though, by testing him deep a few times here, making him think about the X Factor receiver. And you're going to get a lot more running room from Kareem Hunt.
He is, because he came out in the big nickel that time, or the big dime, instead of coming out in something like a 4-3, seeing the two wide receiver set.
But that's what Tosh does, though. He's paying attention to what defensive formations you're in, and that really dictates his play calling.
He does. Tosh is a smart user, man. Playing against him has really improved me. He does. It's the biggest thing for him. He makes the good play reads, or like play calling, but the question is if he can execute. He's made some reads and some throws. It depends on how much time he's had to prepare. If he has a lot of time to prepare, he will almost always make the right reads. But if he's kind of coming off work or something, but I think he had a lot of time to prepare for this game. He rushed the family home, from what I heard. He was wanting to go ahead and get this game going.
But they get their field goal, so they go up a touchdown. Oh, nice. So 3:30 here for the young Jared Phillips. Zeus, as they call him.
As the kids call him,
Yeah.
Whatever the kids are calling him these days. Jared Phillips, he's a really bright young star. That was something. Oh, there's a huge juke, and Justin Jackson off to the races. Gets brought down from behind.
Dude, if you just stay running straight, don't juke there, and they try to dive and get you, a lot of times they're missing. Especially because he tried to. Oh, he might have been.
He might have been tackled. See, I'm telling you, dude. No, that's a big thing for Tosh too. His downfield pursuit is better than anybody I've played. Against Hollywood Brown, he doesn't let any big plays go by. Like, he is just one of those guys that he will get you from behind because he doesn't overcommit, and he knows when he's beat that he's just going to try and stop the touchdown. That's his one goal when he gets beat like that.
Pride says last season of the bum. Oh, Brackett said no, he picked Tosh off the first drive.
Oh, well.
So we missed that one. Okay, that makes sense. What's going on, Jace? How you doing, buddy?
Wait, is Brackett in his own chat commenting on the game?
Yes. So Brackett is listening. Brackett gets the ball at half then. So this could be a big possession if he can kill a little bit of clock here before halftime.
Yeah, it will be. Excuse me. Sorry, I was kind of choked. I was like, man, I want to say something bad about Van, but then it just kind of got stuck in my throat. I realized I don't want to make him hate me anymore, man. He was upset him a little bit in chat last night.
He was a little emotional last night.
He was. After his win, he was expecting congrats, and then I was like, yeah, you threw it in triple coverage like 3 times, and he was like kind of geeked out. Oh, big run there by Kobe Connor though. 1st and 5. I mean, or 1st and 10, bringing up a 2nd and 5. That's pretty nice.
You can keep the clock moving. You're under the 2-minute warning here. Still have 3 timeouts if you need them.
See, and that's the thing that kind of blows my mind about this. Some of these X factors is like Kobe Connor has the max security X factor. He has to catch not just catches or big catches, it's like he has to catch consecutive targets. 4 consecutive passes in a row he has to catch in order to get into the zone.
Brackett said, yes, I am listening. Jace says, looking forward to our Christmas morning draft. Alex Marker said, I had a season of failure, but I beat Nick, and I will continue to brag about it.
Ooh, that was one. That was a tough one. So on that, there was a PA rollout there. It's almost like he didn't need to roll out because he was playing such heavy contain, and the defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi from the University of North Carolina in Charlotte, he makes the stop.
You're leaving Cleveland. I mean, 50 seconds, 2 timeouts. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, it is. But this defense has played pretty well. I mean, from what I hear, they got a pick. They've held this Cleveland offense to only 10 points. I'm proud. I'm proud of my unit if I'm Brackett right now.
Brackett, be proud of your unit from Regan. Interpret that how you will.
Okay.
Odell gives him good field position, though, to kickstart the drive. I guess not really. It looked like it was going to be a lot farther than it was. Never mind.
Nicholas, I was trying. I was really trying. I was like, okay, I want to mention Derwin or Joey Bosa, but I didn't. I withheld. And I was like, I'm proud of these guys that I don't know who they are.
Proud of this unit.
It's a good unit. On a scale of 1 to unit, it's very unit. Here we go. An interesting little swing pass here. He saw the blitz coming, decides to dump it off fast.
That's ballsy, though, to bring a blitz in this situation. In man coverage, I don't know, man.
It's a bold move.
Yeah.
Especially when you got great pass rushers. I mean, he's got Tyus Bowser. Well, no, not Tyus Bowser. He's got Brock.
Yeah, you don't need to bring the blitz. He's got the dude from that he traded with from the Broncos.
Yeah. He's got Tim Brock. Tim Brock. He's got
Brock.
JJ Watt. Brock, he's got Nwaso. You don't need. I don't even know, but it's okay. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna dig. I think it's an interesting. It's just an interesting call.
There's a reason he's still in the playoffs, and we're sitting here commenting on his game. So
that is very true.
Oh man,
very
right
true.
down the middle, the Odell Beckham Jr.
That is a huge play. Pretty sure he took that one out of my playbook. There's a little saucy move by Odell. There's another one, and he goes down. Like you said, man.
Timeout. Yeah, couple shots to the end zone.
Yep. 4 receptions for OBJ, 166 yards on the day, and a touchdown. Obi Melifonwu might have made a touchdown-saving tackle there, though. He was one man away from going all the way.
Yeah, I just don't think there's a DB on this team that can really, stick with Odell Beckham. So, who almost get the pass interference call there.
I wonder if it was because it was uncatchable. I wonder what it almost looked uncatchable. It looked like it was out of the back of the end zone. But for OBJ, man, you never know what's catchable and what's not.
Yeah, very true. Got him in the slot again.
I'm telling you, that's a formation, I'm pretty sure. Not actually, no, that isn't the formation. But that's where I like to have Hollywood Brown. Oh, big interception for these Chargers, man. What a stop.
Man, looked like that's Cleveland. Huge, though. Yep.
It looked like Cleveland was sitting pretty and ready for about a 7-point lead going into half.
You get your 3, then you hold them from kicking their 3, and you're going to get the football to start the half. That's
ideal.
As good as it gets to end the half there.
Especially being, giving them those 2 big passes to get them into about to the 20-yard line.
J-Mo says Cleveland needs a great white knight to catch that. Oh, good old Cam Baldwin.
The great white hope.
To never be heard from again after this year.
Yeah, once he asks for that fat $1.5 million, J-Mo's
been bragging about him. The dude had 4 touchdowns this season. J-Mo's going to say he was hurt. He played in 13 games and had 4 touchdowns. I don't want to hear it.
He's like the Victor Viper Vagina Palmer of the receivers this year.
Except Palmer has a ring, and Baldwin's never going to have anything, maybe second place finish in the AFC South.
Damn, that was a shot.
I guess he might have won the South last year, but hey,
that was a shot. That's like, I mean, in a division with Chad, Grizz, Hammer, you're like, all right, the best he's gonna get is second place. I mean, that's like next level burn.
I expected JMO to build off last season and go out and win the division. Did not do it. But back to the people that actually matter, not the underperforming teams.
Right?
JMO says, "What a Grinch."
What a great. We got a 3rd and 8 here on the 27-yard line. Pretty couple short runs. Nothing too saucy.
I mean, that's what he does, man. Brackett just lulls you to sleep, man. Lulls you to sleep, and then when you're not expecting it,
Here it is, Andy Isabella on a post. Yeah, exactly. He'll lure you to sleep, and then he's
he
like,
didn't even do that against me though. He lulled me to sleep, and then when I was sleeping, he just ran it again. Oh, gotta go.
like
Oof.
like that. Yeah. Jared Phillips, I don't think he's hit that 95 overall. I know that Brackett was really hoping to get one of those escape artist abilities, which would be fantastic for him.
Oh no, Phillips is no. He's at 87
Gotcha. So he would have
with
to.
the +1, so
Okay. So he's got a couple
he's
more
still
seasons.
2 more. Yeah.
I know that Baker in the improviser tree, he got that as his 5th one. So I don't know because like that's the super powerful one.
Yeah, we were looking at that before the game. Baker got probably the best abilities you can get across the board for a quarterback. Enough throwing, but you get the escape artist. I mean, Odell in the slot tearing it apart with those
I know,
hot
right?
routed streaks, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's there. You can't have a linebacker on Odell. You got to almost call like a man line to put your man over there. Make sure you got somebody over there over the top of him. And Baker going to Kareem Hunt. Oh, big juke.
Yeah.
But he
Oh,
doesn't
give me
get
the
much
hurdle,
out of it.
Tosh. Break out the hurdle.
Bro, the hurdle is saucy. He jumps about 17 feet in the air.
Yeah, it's crazy, but just another reason why I hate this game, though. But hey,
My man could do the Lambo leap like into the 3rd row with that juke or with that hurdle. Baker Mayfield looking to pass on 2nd and 9, and he kind of throws it in the middle of nowhere. It was a bullet pass, and it says inaccurate, which it was. It was very inaccurate.
yep, sailed on him a little bit. This is a big drive for Cleveland, though. Haven't before the half, you drive down, throw the pick. Haven't seen much lately, so
Something I've seen long term in these XCFL playoffs is it's always a tale of 2 halves. One half is like offense dominated, the second half is defense dominated, or you have one guy run the tables in the first half, the other guy run the tables in the second half. I'm interested to see how this second half plays out compared to the first.
I think a lot of times the games stay close with everyone's feeling each other out, and you don't want to lose the game in the first half. That's a big play by
yeah,
that
is a huge
Nuaso?
Yeah, Nuaso.
But you keep it close in the first half. You're not running anything too risky because you don't want to get beat for that big play or go down a couple scores, and then it starts to kind of open up in the second half. So I'm curious to see. I mean, we'll see how opened up Brackett's offense gets. But
watch this ball. The ball just like straight up dies. Like it hit the. I don't know if you saw that, but if that punt was placed like about 5 yards closer, that ball would have just stopped right on the 1 yard line. I've never seen a punt just die like that. Oh, he's got a. Oh, he had Andy Isabella on a hot routed. It was a post, and with the post, that's his X Factor ability
or whatever it is, right?
Yep, and he has the X Factor ability to be a post flag artist as well. So like he got the best of both worlds there. He's able to use both abilities in one play, getting that
and double me on top of it. So
yeah, and that too. Yeah, that kind of helps, huh? I feel like rack them up. I don't know. There's a lot of like really useless. That's the thing is I feel like the superstar abilities just aren't balanced. Some are insane, and others are like, that's trash.
And if they wanted to do it right, they need They needed to differentiate more X Factor abilities.
Yeah,
you can't categorize all receivers into double me. Moss.
Exactly. Like, when they released Moss, every single receiver that got an X Factor upgrade that game got Moss. Yeah. So it was like, I agree. It seems like every time they release a new one, everybody that gets it is going to have it that next game. So it's really weird.
It just needs to be, there needs to be more, and they need to be more diverse. if you were gonna do it
Yeah.
this way, because
Or change, or like have the X factors have the ability to change. Where like if you, and my opinion
yeah,
on
if you
it is,
upgrade.
yeah, but make it like my second one. Yeah, exactly. Or like leveled tiers of it. So like if it has double me or it has like route runner, I don't know, just to be able to just something. It's got to be more in depth. This is just very it's
I'm
clunky,
hoping
but
they add more, but I hope they add more. It's a big conversion there with Miles Garrett staring you down. I hope they add more before it's too late, into the cycle. But that seems to be Madden's thing. It's just gonna be to add a couple here and there. JMO
yeah,
said,
yeah.
"Does anybody have lumberjack yet?" I don't think anyone got lumberjack.
What is lumberjack?
Is that was the one they released at the same time as Moss, I believe, for the linebacker? I think JMO. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't even
Boone
know.
Boone is in the building. What's up, Boone?
Wait, wouldn't that be? Sounds like offensive line. If it's just, to me, it sounds like a chop block.
Well,
Would
Regan,
be
they're
what I
not
would
going to make
assume.
a X factor for offense lineman to chop block. I can tell you that much.
That's true.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
I mean, what would lumberjack be though? Can you think of anything? Oh
Yeah, I
wait,
don't know what
no.
it is
I bet it's
because I
laying the
haven't
wood.
seen it yet.
No,
LB, it's a linebacker. It's a
I was gonna
linebacker one.
say it's probably laying the wood. Some kind of like
It's an
hard hitting
ability, not X
enforcer.
factor, though. JMO said.
Huh. I wonder what that does then.
Stepping up in
JMO.
the pocket, delivering a nice throw for a first down for the Chargers. Jared Phillips
That is a nice throw. Yeah, Jared Phillips
with
came
that
up big
with
against.
that Philip Rivers throwing motion. You literally saw it perfectly right there in the replay. That is Philip Rivers throwing motion. I don't care what bracket says.
Brackett's trying to remain positive, man. He's like, he looks at the facts dead in the eyes and says, nope, I'm going to make it something better.
Lumberjack is forcing fumbles on a cut stick. What's a cut stick?
So anytime you
Hit
left
stick?
stick, yeah, no, anytime you left stick
Low?
or juke. If you juke, left stick, anything like that. So, oh, wait. No, you're right. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
a low tackle. Wow, that would be
Get down on the
insane.
hit stick. Oh boy.
And we got Larry Ogunjobi, the big men going at it, and it looks like
That
Larry
is not what you
Ogunjobi is
wanted to
going to
see
win that.
there.
Yep, that's tough.
Is that the read option?
I had the same thing happen with Lamar. I'm telling you, man, quarterback's fumble. It's brutal. This cycle has been pretty rough. I've tried to find something to get working with Lamar, but
That's
Jared Phillips
devastating
saw it
though for
there.
that drive. I mean, you drive down the field a bunch of big conversions on second and long, third and long, and you blow it on that. Now you're down what 11?
Yeah. So what's Jared Phillips going to do? Are we going to see the Jared Phillips rebound like we saw last game, where he threw a pick six, which probably should have cost most quarterbacks the game, but then he ended up driving his team down the field and getting the game tying score and forcing it overtime, and then the defense took care of it from there, and the rest is
If you're
history.
bracket though, you still have to play your game. It's early still. The third quarter, we got 3 minutes to go. Play your game, get some of the short routes going. You get a face mask there, which is going to give you a first down, but play your game. Keep running the football. You're only down 11. It's not the end of the world here.
Against Tosh's defense, 11 can feel like a lot of
Well,
points, though.
you're gonna have to put some points up and get a stop. I mean, you need to get it going now, but
You got to
play your
score
game.
and play
Play your game.
defense. Those are the
Because the
two
last thing
things.
you need to do is get trigger happy here and throw a pick or anything crazy like that.
Don't jinx him now, Nick.
Pride says fat man foot race in the chat when Ogunjobi scooped it. But you're already here. You're already on the opposite side of 50 here. You got to sub in some of these guys. A lot of bracket guys are tired.
Jared Phillips coming under center on 2nd and inches. Hands off to Justin Jackson. That was a huge hole.
Oh, yeah, right up the gut.
Yeah, gets him into the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Got to be smart with the football here. Oh boy, he's going back to the play.
This time Justin Jackson gets 9 yards.
Woo!
He's had 14 rushes for 115 yards. He's really been the catalyst for this offense.
Oh yeah, and I mean that's the game, man. Don't do anything special. You stick with Jackson. A couple Kobe Connors in there. You're Jared Phillips when you want to. Nice a boon to tune into Discord for the first time today. Asking all the questions that have already been answered.
When's advance? When is
3rd and inches? This is big because you do not want to here on the 10-yard line. And for my opinion, it's 2 down territory. Unless you get a big loss here, but even then.
Yeah, it's beginning of the fourth quarter. Honestly, no. I think you can take a field goal here because then you're only down a touchdown
But
and a
you
2-point
can't come
conversion.
this far again and get away with.
Ooh, there's another one. And
Gotta
they
go.
gave it to him. They gave it to him.
Wow.
1st and goal. Wow.
Do we see Coach Parker Elliott bring out the challenge flag, which Madden really doesn't let you do, but
For real. Now, I won't lie. Phillips with that truck animation is nice on the goal line because you can call those quarterback powers. You know, that's something Lamar really doesn't have. You need to get him outside into space. But Phillips just goes straight up the middle and says, screw this. I'm going to get it my own.
Oh, that was a risky throw, man. I thought it was going to get jumped.
But it worked out. He got the possession catch animation. And it looks like it'll be 2nd and goal from the 4. There's a run for Kobe Connor. Connor's had been shut down pretty well today. He's got the 5 rushes for only about 24 yards. Justin Jackson has been carrying the load offensively.
Yeah, he does a good job though, switching Jackson out to get him a blow here, and you let him kind of get that stamina back up.
He does. It's huge, and he's got a good. I mean, that to have Kobe Connor as a backup is big. You're not going to find a more talented backup running back in the league. Jared Phillips, big sack. And just as we were talking about earlier, Myles Garrett, haven't seen much from him. That's his first.
That's a tough
sack.
one there, man.
It is. That's 4th and goal.
You got to take your 3, unfortunately, but.
I know he was debating it. I know he was debating the fake field goal there. He hesitated. I saw him.
He's going to go for it.
He is. He wants it. I know what he's going for too. Looks like the slant post or slot post angle, I think is what it is.
This is big though, because you can cut it to a 1-score game if you just kick the field goal.
Dude,
but
this is a nice route combo. You got the outside, you got the out, you have you got a lot of things.
Using right in the middle of the field, I think, and it's
that's huge.
Oh man,
that's huge.
Still in the same situation though, but
you are. But it's 3 yards. It's better than 6 yards for sure.
Yeah.
I think though you do want to throw a high-low at Tosh's user. You want to say, okay, Tosh, you got to pick one. Do you want the high or the low, and then throw to the other guy?
Yeah, this is ballsy, and I love it.
I know. Jared Phillips coming to the line, 4th and goal on the 3-yard line. As we all anticipate the snap. Takes the snap. Rolling, has a man, and it's dropped. I thought that he had that for sure. That was Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen usually hauls those in. If you just waited a split second longer, it looked like the spy. Yeah. The spy is always going to get you. He gets me, man. I've seen that so many times. Tosh,
he didn't have much more time to hold on to that ball, though, because he was going to get sacked.
He didn't. It was one of those darned if you do, darned if you don't. Brilliantly played by Tosh. You know, got to give him credit.
That's a big play, though. That's one Brackett's going to look back here. Brackett said it wouldn't let him snap. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's why he stood there.
That might be why, yes. Big stop.
Oh, man, that's going to be a play you look back at.
It is.
If you do get a stop here, you know.
Yeah, because, you could have taken your 3. You'd only be down a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. But that defense, I can't fault him, though, you know.
I like the call, yeah. It's the playoffs. You're playing
You're playing not to.
Really good team.
You need to play to win. You don't need to play not to lose. And there's another run. Chubb's got a. Oh, there's the hurdle animation that Nick wanted earlier. I mean, look at him. He just like whoop. I mean, he's crazy.
Well, it's crazy when he clears the person too, because if he clears him there, he's off to the races, and that would have
No
been
kidding.
quite the number one highlight on Bracket's highlight reel this week.
Oof. I don't know if we're gonna see any from this game. I don't know.
No,
If he loses this game, it might be blouses, as they say up in Canada.
but this is where you're getting Hunt going now. He's only got 8 carries, but it's time to give the big boy the football and let him run this game out. Low scoring though. Boone says y'all are not very loud. Both got AirPods in, and y'all whispering to me. Oh, got both AirPods in.
I'd rather not whisper to you, Boone, but
If
thank
you
you
want to whisper, you better call up your boy Brian.
Yeah, the angry whisper.
Are they calling him? Are we getting a challenge on this or? Oh,
I don't know what happened.
didn't he fumble?
That's what I thought.
And it was a penalty. Did he? I'm confused. Did he not recover it?
Brackett is also confused. I'm not sure. I have no clue.
I thought he recovered the football, and now it's Cleveland ball.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
The penalty, I don't know, because there was a penalty on Cleveland.
But was the penalty?
It was on the Cleveland offensive lineman.
And they fumbled, but the Chargers recovered, right?
Yeah, and so that should be Chargers football.
But was it one where it was clearly down and he fumbled? I couldn't tell. Because that's the thing is
I don't know.
if it's one that the booth would have reviewed, I have no idea.
The booth wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure they're hashing it out now because I mean this is big. This is a huge, huge play. If the Browns get to retain possession,
he accepted the holding call, so it gave.
Oh no! So it gave them the ball back. Wow, that's brutal.
Yikes!
I don't know, man. I think that's a low IQ play. That one hurts. I don't know if he accidentally accepted it, but oof.
He said he didn't even see him. Didn't even see there was a penalty because he was screaming. I don't.
He was screaming. Oh man. I'm sure he was too. That's huge. That I don't know, man.
I don't know. Is that the rule? I'm not. If you accept the holding penalty,
Yeah.
it's redo the down, right?
Yes, it would be a redo.
So then it's play ball then.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a bummer.
That's a huge bummer.
It's that playoff composure you need.
Exactly.
From a veteran.
Yeah. You got to know.
Go out there and do it again, Brackett.
Yeah. Did he get a strip or was it, what kind of fumble was it? Because I see him with the user strips now.
I don't know. I mean, I hope you got user strip on and aggressive tackle and all that. But 3rd and 10, I mean, you're getting yourself a chance to get off the field. Tosh going to let the play clock run all the way down.
Oh, big catch by OBJ in single coverage.
It's going to be a tough one to rebound from.
Yeah, that's Landon Collins. That's his man. That's your superstar X Factor. That was Callaway. Excuse me, that wasn't OBJ. That was actually Callaway. So that's your superstar safety. Here's another. He's trying. Because he knows Brackett's coming hard with the low hit stick, so he's trying to counter that with the super hurdle.
Yeah, we're going to see Kareem Hunt just end this football game.
Kareem Hunt's a monster. He is, especially in Tosh's hands. It's funny. He was like, okay, well, if guys want Nick Chubb, then he'll go with Kareem Hunt. And if guys want Kareem Hunt, he'll go with Nick Chubb. And guys wanted Nick Chubb.
Chubb got the X Factor too. And, I mean, his is a beat. He got wrecking ball.
Well,
and
Chubb,
that is not fun to play against either.
when did Chubb get that X factor though? Was it in Arizona? Because I thought they were both
Yeah,
superstars by
it
the
was.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Bretton had the scenario. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, they were both superstars whenever he traded him, and then he got Kareem Hunt this year, so that was pretty cool.
Chubb ended up with a wrecking ball, arm bar, and bulldozer. All
Jeez,
just it's
those are all
not fun
three.
to play
Yeah,
against.
yeah, that's a pretty wicked combination. 3rd and 5. This is huge. If you want any chance in this game, you got to get it, and they don't. So
Oh man, that's devastating there though. That was you look like you kind of had it contained and you
it's
kind of
time to
just
use
squeaks through and finds it.
those timeouts. He uses the timeouts, then you got to hope for a touchdown and an onside kick. Man, see, this is the time where you're hurting. You're like, man, I wish I had kicked that field goal. Because if you had the field goal, you're still at one possession game. But I mean, I get it, man. It's playoff football. You got to do what you got to do. And you're also wondering about the penalty too. There's a whole lot of what ifs here for this Chargers team. And you cannot walk away from a Cleveland Browns organization in a game and say what ifs. You know, if you leave yourself any what ifs against Tosh, he's going to absolutely destroy you.
A lot more low scoring than I thought it was going to be. Give me the hurdle. I think I'm happy my guys don't have that because I would use every single time. I would never spin. I would never juke. I would hurt every
Just
time.
hurdle everyone.
Every single time I was running the football.
I mean, sometimes you get railed, though. That's the one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you're just going to get absolutely clapped. There's a huge hit. Uchenna Nwasu with a big hit, but Kareem Hunt holds on to the football, brings up a 4th and 2. He's going to run this clock down to about 10 to 15 seconds.
Run the football with your boy.
That would be a bold move.
End this football game.
That would be a bold move.
I mean, regardless, I think you got it. I think I'm running the football and not even giving him a chance.
Yeah, I get that. I get that 100%.
2 scores.
Go ahead, ice it. You trust your running game. He's got the field goal. So, I mean, the field goal also pretty much ices it too. It doesn't it doesn't ice it technically, I guess. He's still going to have a chance. Excuse me.
Oh, man.
My stomach fighting back because it's like, man, I wanted Bojangles. And I'm like, nah, fam. We're going to go do this XCFL playoff action. And it's like, but that's not Bojangles.
Here we go. 16 seconds for a touchdown, an onside, and some other stuff.
Yeah.
a whole lot of stuff happened in 16 seconds.
Yeah, like Jesus himself has to come down and probably.
Regardless, though, we got a good. I mean, so let's say the Browns win. We get Browns Patriots, which is going to be a fun one.
We've had that a few times, haven't we?
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one though. Last year we didn't see it though.
That's true. It was the year before that though, wasn't it?
Yeah, last year we saw Doss against Doss ended up upsetting Tosh. The year before,
Tosh
lost to you in the first round.
That's right.
And you went.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is the first time we'll see it in the playoffs.
The second, because this is our 4th year. So Tosh won it all the first season, and then the next 2 seasons got thumped. One was me, other was Doss. Yeah.
But they haven't played each other in the playoffs yet though. So that'll be interesting though. And then on the other side, I mean, you got Van and Jack playing tonight. We'll see what happens if because then you go play Brian. We could have a nice little Final Four set up here.
Oh, absolutely. Only question is, and again, we got the holiday. While we got everybody on, it's kind of good to explain. We got the holiday season coming up. We're willing to take a little break if we need to. Everybody's got a lot going on around the weekends. I mean, we are in this weekend and this coming week. I remember last year we took a little break actually between.
Ideally, I mean, it's not going to happen, but if the Super Bowl is played on the 21st, tomorrow, we would be able to, which it sounds like it won't because Brian is busy all day tomorrow. So it sounds like, because then we could draft on the 23rd before all the holiday stuff really gets going. And then we could just delay until, we could just play the preseason games, whatever we want to do all the way through. But it looks like we're going to have a little delay because we don't want people to get screwed out of re-signing players, free agency. So we'll see what we come up with.
But it would be good
Once
to
we
wrap
know.
up a season. Like that would be ideal, to like wrap up rather than have like a weird pause in the middle of our playoffs. It would be good to go ahead and wrap up a season and then
I think we'll be okay. I don't think nobody has mentioned going out of town out of the people that are still in the playoffs. VBD said he'd play on Christmas Day, so
yeah, right?
it just kind of depends. I don't think we'll have a big delay with the last couple games getting finished, obviously, but it just that we can't, if they finish on Sunday, we can't draft on Christmas Eve. So
Yeah, maybe we could do I don't know, maybe
we
we could
might,
find a little weird spot in the off season or to run the off season like maybe the 27th or something, the 27th through the
we'll
30th or
we'll
like
see. We'll probably end up taking a little break, which I obviously not ideal, but
yeah.
life happens.
Well, fun fact, Nick, do you know what tomorrow is?
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but it is also my birthday.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so if I could get a nice little birthday present from Brian and he play, that'd be pretty cool. Be pretty cool.
I don't think it's happening. Not that's the only. It's just the biggest bummer. The game being played at 11, even if it was played at 10, you're sitting in a better spot because people would play at 11, and then we get a whole
Yeah.
nother round of the game. When the game starts at 11,
Yeah, it's a weird kind of
it makes it
yeah.
not many people are willing to stay up and play a game that starts at midnight and finishes at 1.
Yeah, especially that, yeah. Especially if you're on the East
Especially,
Coast. Yeah, if two East Coast teams and Euros it's a weird time too cuz that's like an awkwardly early time, if it's in the
I
middle
don't
of the
want to hear it,
night,
man. Riot woke up at like 4 a.m. yesterday, not even
bro, he's a
knowing
G.
who he was playing, if that opponent even wanted to play the
Yeah.
first round game.
Bro, that's
He
mad
woke
respect.
up and scheduled and played right then and there. It was impressive.
Yeah, mad
That's why I
respect,
like
man.
Riot. That's why I like Riot so much better than Josh.
Freaking Josh. He's
But
a
what
and
is
he likes
Boone?
Bud Light, man, jeez. We need that.
Boone, you were not drafting on the 23rd, is what I'm saying, bro. Or else we would do that. If the draft is on the 23rd, we'd be good to go. But the draft is not because that means Super Bowl would have to be tomorrow. So I don't know.
Brian says he wants to
Um,
play. That's funny.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, I think we're going to sign off. I'm going to have the most outstanding player ballots go out in about 20 minutes. I just am putting the graphic together now. Try to get those back to me as fast as you can so we can get that graphic made and hopefully have it for the Super Bowl broadcast. And then what I want to do, I mean, I'm going to post an announcement but for you guys on here, I want you guys to send me a DM with anything about the league, kind of like a little like note, if you don't like how something's going, if you think we need to pay attention to something else, if you're not happy with a certain way that something's being run, I kind of want to just talk about it, break it down. If someone's unhappy about anything, I want to kind of get everybody on the same page, get the league working as best as possible. There's no dictatorship here, so I really want everybody's input. I'm not talking about changing sliders or changing, we're not adding user catch, nothing like that. But if you have some constructive criticism or something that you think would help improve the league, hit me up. Let's figure out what could help. Not that anything's going bad now, but I just want to hear from everybody. So it's your chance to kind of I'd rather do it in DM than just sit here and blast everything in main chat. So if you have issues, hit me up, man. I want everyone to be happy, with how the league's going.
I
So
don't know, man. I'd like to just complain about Grizz. Do I need to list them in bullet form or do you need paragraph form? Like, I want to go ahead and get this guy removed, man. He's just too saucy. Like he makes me ashamed to live and I don't feel
uh,
comfortable.
Grizz is about to shoot past you on the user rank, man. You better
Oof.
get your stuff going.
Big oof. I know, yeah, like I think I lose points every time I broadcast because of my skill level. Like I think it's got some kind of negative effect on me. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
It's like the people vote and they're like, nah, dude, nah. He's like the Chris Collinsworth of the XCFL. It's a huge note. But thank you guys. I will go ahead and you got anything else, Nick? You good?
No, we're good to go.
Perfect. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you listening to the broadcast. We love doing this for you guys. Love making content. If you got any ideas, like Nick said, DM him. If you want to get involved with the broadcast or anything, DM me. If you got any ideas for broadcasting or whatever, just hit me up. Pretty free. But I'm going to run to Bojangles and hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Night, y'all.
Peace.